Well, we're happy to have you on today because this means we get some new rock and roll, which we definitely need in our lives right about now.
Yeah, I think that we all need a bit of empowerment and rock in our lives this particular moment.
hmm Yeah, and you got to be excited because you worked really hard on this album. You got a lot of great guests on there, a lot of good things going on, and so this is your baby.
Yeah, this is like I don't have actual babies, so I just dubbed it my babies. Unfortunately, yet I don't let anyone play it, so I'm very selective with my musicians. They have to be like top-notch, good people, kind people, like cute little cookies, I sometimes call it, and not, how do I put it in a good way? Assholes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and of course these songs mean a lot to you, and I know that you're excited about each one of them. But is there a song in particular that you're really excited for everybody to experience, or is that like choosing one of your babies?
Uh, okay. I think my biggest achievement so far from this record is Black Hole, and I can explain why. Uh, it's mostly influenced by my country sounds, which is more oriental, but there is a very thin line between amazing and cringe. So I had
hmm
to keep balance in the in between, and I was never sure, like, should I do it that way and that way, and then I kept on doing it, and then I said, nope, this is the one. Like, it's like, sometimes they ask me, how do you do that and combining genre, and my answer is always the same. If you have style and taste, and you know how to dress, and you know that you look good, it's exactly the same thing. Does it sound good? Does it sound right? And Black Hole, I think my biggest achievement in balancing genre.
hmm and how do you keep that voice up? Because that's got to be hard with as big of a range as you have.
Yeah, sometimes when I write my songs and the guys in the band say, just be careful what you write because later on you just have to play it every day. And I was like, okay. Because sometimes, you can get like hit a very high note and then you just have to do it every day. Even Mariah Carey has lost her voice, or, whoever. And people, that sing every day, very demanding songs. It's very difficult. And I realized from my latest tour in the Benelux, but I think I I came out alive out of this, so that's the good news. But
hmm
yeah, I have to be very careful with my songwriting and singing because later on, yes, the guys are right. I have to take into consideration that this has to be live.
And this is an interesting mix of music too, because of course, you being the blues metal queen, this is not something we hear every day.
I don't know, I just came, like people came up with a title and they can hear my influences, like from Dio to Christina Aguilera, like whatever bluesy things that I have. I like Eta James so much. I like Melissa Etheridge because I'm a 90s kid. So I grew up with those singers, and Whitney Houston. So I get this type of, bluesy gospel voice, but at the same time, the powerful metal nuance that Dio offered to this world. And now I'm paying tribute to him. I feel so great.
Yeah, in fact, I wanted to talk to you about that. You've got a great show coming up paying tribute to Dio. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, actually, I got invited by Wendy Deer also last year, and it was my first time that I met like so many wonderful people like Marco Mendoza and Doug Aldrich and
hmm
Rudy Sarzo and all of those rock stars around, and we played, we jammed, Ira Black, and I have a very personal, nice conversation with Wendy also, which I loved.
hmm
I got invited for the second time, but I feel like everybody has their own story to tell. Everybody has lost someone from cancer. So to me, it's more of like a very personal gig. It's
hmm
not like, okay, I'm going to play a tribute or cover songs. I don't see it that way. I see it like I lost my grandma as somebody lost a father, a brother,
hmm
you know. And my grandma was like my favorite creature on earth.
Yeah.
And I like to think that she's now with Roni and they having conversations about me, like, how's she gonna do it, Like that's what I want to have in my brains, and I think that's very consoling.
Yeah, he's teaching her how to do the proper horns, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They're talking
No.
about how to do the horns now. She
Yes.
loved it. Actually, she would do it all the time. My grandma.
Ah, that's so cool. I love that. Well, and now, of course, you've got a platform where people are looking up to you and they're thinking, "Well, this is what I want to do." And so, what kind of advice do you give to those who are thinking, "I want to do this too"?
Like the singing. You mean?
Yes. Hmm.
Uh, okay, that's a tough one. Uh, there are some vocal coaches, like for example, Cheryl Porter. She's the most amazing, biggest vocal coach on planet Earth, possibly. But she says everyone can sing. Well, I have my own beliefs that everyone can improve.
Hmm.
You can always improve on something that you do, but the natural is always natural. Like it's like an athlete. You are born for a very special talent. You have this particular body shape, body type that goes for this particular sport, like swimming, wrestling, whatever. So I think that it's kind of, you know uh intriguing if someone can be at that level of singing right now and hasn't even done this, in his whole life, or it doesn't come out naturally to do it.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
that's true.
there are people who do it naturally and they want to improve. There's always techniques, there's always ways, there's always special feelings that you have to feel so you can do it. Special training, muscles, because it's more of like an athlete job. Even this is internal, so you have to use it internally to come out externally.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. On this side of the world, we in our American football, Drew Pearson is my co-host and is one of our great NFL players, and he caught the Hail Mary, which we all know now is a pop culture term. And so we love to ask people their Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
uh you mean like the players?
Yeah, or just a moment where you just kind of had to, your back was up against the wall and you just thought, ah, I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna make this happen.
I dropped university actually. My parents wanted me to be an interpreter. I'm pretty good
Mm-hmm.
at language, I think. I speak
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, but the thing is that even though I knew that I was good at some things like sports and languages and stuff, and sometimes makeup,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I chose this because I knew that was what my heart was telling me all along. Like since I was 4 years old, I realized it. And well, actually, I tell the story when I heard the first Power Rangers riff when I was 4,
Yeah.
and from meeting Ron Wasserman from Netflix, the guy that actually
Mm-hmm.
wrote it. And I have so many questions, like, and I'm gonna tell you, like, you are the reason why my life is like this right now. Yeah, it was fun, but you kind of know it. It's like it's something that's calling you. I don't know how to explain it. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't always a getaway from sadness or breakups or fighting with parents. It was always there regardless, so you kind of
Mm-hmm.
feel it. It is actually your purpose. People should always, when they don't know what to do, they should feel their purpose in life. Like
Mm-hmm.
meditate, try to find what you like, try to find who you are first. Just don't go all over the place trying things that you first need to plan it. Like my sister now, she's a notary, but I truly believe that she could have had a big pet shop because she loves
Hmm.
animals.
Hmm. Absolutely. Well, and I know that it also takes a strong mindset, and we talk about this on the show too. Is there something that you keep in mind that kind of keeps you on the right path even when things are tough, or is there like I believe there's a mantra you have for yourself that you tell yourself, right?
Yeah, that I'm going to be a winner. Like no matter
Hmm.
what, labels try to put me down, people trying to put me down, especially males.
Hmm.
Uh, and yeah, you've heard from the album a few songs, like "Have a Good Trip to Hell," for example.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
for them. So I really don't mind. I'm kind of I'm a good person, but when I have to be mean, I have to be mean. When I have to be a bitch, I have to be a bitch. It's not like I want to. It's because society makes you to be that way. Otherwise, you're not going to stand out. You will never survive. You just have to do something, you know? Otherwise, I can sit on my couch crying why 23 labels rejected me. So I'm going to prove them
Hmm.
all. They're going to, I'm just saying, like, okay, later on, just talk to the hand, you know? That's what I'm going to tell them. Like, offer me money. How much money? Offer me 1 million, 2 million. Talk to the hand. You didn't want me the
Mhm.
first. Why would you want me now? Because I built up my own career with my own feet, my own hands, my own voice, my own songs, my own videos. And still, even though I have a band and I have a manager and a team and everything is so great, it still feels that I have too much responsibility on my shoulders. But
Mhm.
I took that responsibility willingly because I want to show also to people that yes, a woman can do it on her own, you know? Well, to be honest, if I had kids, I don't think that would be possible.
Yeah, well, these are your babies, all these songs, and we're so happy to get them out there in the world. And it looks like possibly there'll be a tour coming up soon.
Yeah, actually, we're playing a festival, Metal Queens Festival in Belgium in September. And October, I'm touring with Ellison, Kings of
Yeah.
Crash. Yeah, that's nice with Dave and Jeff Young and all those guys. That would be nice.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And then hopefully we'll get you stateside as well. But for now, tell people about the what we're going to hear at the concert for Ronnie.
I cannot
I
spoil the
can't
song.
say it, huh?
I mean, I'll be singing two songs basically.
Good.
One is my favorite, and the other one I think that everybody knows because they've seen me singing it on TV. So you kind of know what to expect.
Good. Well, it's going to be wonderful. We're so excited for you. We're excited for everybody to hear this album and to see you do all this live and look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.
Yeah, yeah, I'd love to talk to you again soon. And thank you for having me and having this conversation. It means a lot. And yeah, rock is in our hearts. We're never,
That's it.
never, yeah, never surrender.
There we go. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.